With the second pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Derrick Williams from the University of Arizona.
The 2011 Pac-10 Conference Player of the Year, 19 points, 8 rebounds a game, Derrick Williams, going to the Timberwolves.
Continuing our instant analysis here on NBA.com, I'm Matt Weiner. Steve Smith is along. Seth Davis from Sports Illustrated, number 2 pick is in. David Stern announced it. Derrick Williams goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not a big surprise. Maybe the only surprise maybe is that Minnesota actually held on to this pick, which they apparently had been shopping throughout the NBA over the last week or so. Instead, Williams, for the moment, is a Timberwolf. Look at the height. Basically a power kind of guy in Arizona, probably a 3 in the NBA. How does he make that adjustment?
You know, I think he can, because if you look at the Timberwolves style of play with Kevin Love, I think it's the best power forward to play with, because he can stretch the floor and also have Derrick Williams post up. But I think in this NBA as at today, Matt and Seth, he can still play power forward. He can be a hybrid forward where he can stretch the court. But I think he's a terrific basketball player, and we got a chance to see him in the NCAA. I saw him in the regular season a few games, but I thought he was the best player fitted for the pros as far as body-wise and motor when I got a chance to see him in the NCAA tournament.
Pac-10 Player of the Year, what are the Timberwolves getting?
A really good player, a guy, first of all, who can fill up the bucket right away. I mean, he's not a project. You don't have to wait on him. He can score in the NBA at a very high level today. So that's somebody that they're getting. And as far as what position he plays, listen, he's a basketball player. Put him on the court and let him figure it out. And, Smitty, I agree. I love him and Kevin Love because they are an interchangeable part. Now, I don't know that he mixes quite as well with a Michael Beasley, so that's something that they have to figure out. But remember now, Derrick Williams was a guy who was not that heralded coming out of high school. He made a huge jump from his senior year in high school to his freshman year in college, and then another really big jump from his freshman to his sophomore year in college. Right. He's a baby. He's going to keep making that progress. He's going to be a very high-level, all-star, multi-year all-star type of player in the NBA. A solid, easy choice at the number 2.
It's interesting that he's now teammates with Beasley, at least for the moment, because he's often compared to Michael Beasley. Do you see similarities there?
Well, I see similarities as far as scoring the basketball. I think they do different things. But Michael Beasley was a big-time rebounder, but I think when you look at Derrick Williams, he would do whatever it takes on the basketball court. I don't think you have to feature him as much as you have to feature Michael Beasley. I think he can play without the basketball a little bit better than Beasley, but you having both of them, I mean, they're acquiring a lot of talent in Minnesota. Whether they move some of these picks or not, they have some talent now in the Timberwolves land.
All right, number 2 is in the books. The Timberwolves take Derrick Williams as we continue on with our instant analysis here on NBA.com.